townships, argue and bicker over whose responsibility it is to pave the road, which is the borderline between two townships. So you're going to be forced to come to the table and do that. We just had one of those issues come up in my community.
Huh.
So
That's interesting.
I know there's a whole hierarchy about who is responsible for which roads and everything, too.
There's so many questions. And I think our good friend and a friend of the show, now Senator Peter Lucido, brought up a really interesting point that I was unaware of, which is that in the state of Michigan, the amount of monies dispersed to a community for maintenance of roads is based on the length of the road, the number of miles the road runs, but doesn't take into consideration the width. So that...
Or what about the amount of traffic?
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing.
Wow.
It's just the length.
Wow.
So if it's a 4-lane road, you get the same as if it was a 2-laner.
Right. So up north, I read this the other day that there's places up north that are getting the same amount of money as well-traveled roads in Oakland County that are just tore up to shit. So it's not allocated properly. There's so much wrong with this.
Well, and then it goes from the after the state filters it down to the county level. It goes to the county level first, then your county road commission uses what's called a PASER rating on the roads. They have a archive of the roads, when they were paved, when they were last paved or resurfaced, and so on. That helps them decide which ones get to be done first. These things, and then that filters down to the local municipalities, who then, amongst them, the elected boards decide, through debate or otherwise, which roads to pave out of the money that's allotted to them.
All right, let's move on. This road talk is not outside of our normal realm.
I know, but you
got me on a subject I'm familiar with. Okay,
I'd rather.
Look how easily we're distracted.
Most of the time you stump me, and I'm sitting there just listening, going,
"Hey, watch this. Hey, Gunnels, the Democrats are coming for your guns, man."
Listen. I would rather talk about guns. I'd rather talk about guns.
Oh, let's do it. Let's bring it.
I have to say this, and we're going to talk about Cannapalooza, and we're going to talk about Monroe Street Fair. We can take it from there, but. Rick,
wake up, Rick.
Phenomenal restraint. All I heard was length, width, and tearing it up. I don't know. I was waiting for you to.
I know.
Tremendous restraint, my friend.
I wasn't sure that anybody was really listening, and I was worried about a Me
That's
Too
all I heard.
moment.
I
I didn't want to offend Gunnels. He's kind of guy.
Yeah, he's very sensitive.
I know. Behind that beard, he's just a teddy bear.
All right, so let's talk. We were talking festivals and gatherings. Okay, so who's ever been to a festival before?
Not me.
I've been to a festival.
Yes.
Stayed the entire time, like 3 nights.
Like a weekend festival. I've never been to one. This will be my first.
Are you staying the whole weekend?
Absolutely.
Do you have an exit strategy just in case? Do you have an exit strategy just in case? Just
Do I
kidding.
have a what?
An exit safety strategy just in case. No, I'm kidding. It's like
Casa de Esteban.
that's fine. All right.
Everybody's invited.
I'm worried now. He could become like a festival traveler. There are people that just live at festivals. You know that. Does he know
Esteban
about
the
that?
gypsy.
Does he know? We should give him a little. He's
little
going in.
caravan.
We should really. There should be
Should
like
we
a.
look into it?
We
I can
should
see
do
him in
a education program. Which is just so.
Instead of following the
fully-
dead, you just go from cannabis
No,
event to
I'll
cannabis
tell you
event
why,
all summer
because-
long. That's
because-
not a bad life,
Yeah, in a
baby.
little RV. Can you
Not
see
a
it?
bad life.
I can
Listen,
see
I'm
it.
saying
That's
that
my
is-
dream.
Yeah.
that is more of a microcosm of what the world should be.
I agreed.
Than it really is. And it can be, I mean, for survival purposes, it can be misleading. You know what I mean? Just like the world is not that way around there. And, I mean, you, of course, find it and live it, but I'm saying I need him here. He can't run off and join the music festival.
Who, Esteban?
Right. Well, I'm saying he'll be traveling all over the country with his
Esteban. He'll be
his
everywhere.
Esteban honey and his.
He is easily
Esteban
swayed. Is that
420,
what you're
honey.
saying?
I'm saying
would be
he will
seduced
dig
by
this. Listen,
the pleasures of a rock band
if
tour.
he was
No, it'd be
carrying
like the
his
life
honey
of a carny.
from festival to festival,
Yeah, that's true.
and people were smiling, he would just keep doing it.
He'd be
That's
making
all.
some
He would just
bucks,
be
too.
happy. He'd play a
The
little,
honey is awesome.
play a little kiss at some of these things. He'd be happy. So,
Little strutter. He's in.
Black Diamond. I think it'd be Black Diamond.
Yeah. It's on my current.
You're not going. We're gonna seriously.
Strutter with honey.
Strutter
Strutter with the honey.
No, I'm worried you're gonna have so much fun. You're just gonna leave. I'm like,
I won't
Mike,
come back.
these things
I'll
are
just be on
great.
to the
I
next
can't,
one.
can't believe I made him a whole life. I never went to it. I'm gonna tour for a couple months. see where it takes me.
I'll
I'll
be
call you.
back.
I'll be checking the messages, though. Don't worry.
The girls will have the office
right.
for me. The girls will have it under
Wink,
control.
wink,
I've
nudge,
trained them
nudge.
well.
I'll be checking the messages. Right.
I'll call in to check in once a day. Make sure they got everything under control.
All right, so last year's event was quite spectacular.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Why don't we get some descriptions of what happened? And it was 3 days. It was 3 days. I mean, I was close by, but I did not. But tell me what the layout was and what people will be expecting this year in as much detail as you feel.
Last year we had a wonderful event, just a one-day thing. We had 6 bands and a hog roast. We had some wonderful sponsors, including Cremorne Law and Third Coast Customs in Oscoda, Holy Smokes Pipe and Tobacco, East Tawas and Alpena, which I want to make note was my best signature hub in Northeast Michigan.
Yeah.
Through both MI legalized drives. Last year we donated a good portion of our money that we raised through Canapaloosa event to the MI legalized, getting it to the ballot. So this year, now that we've made it legal for adult use, we're going to celebrate. We're going to have 3 days, August 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Yeah.
At the Hubbard Lake Lions Park. Camping all weekend long.
So is this a campground that you
$25 a day, is that what you said,
you
Nikki?
tie it up for the
60
weekend,
weekend.
and it's yours
It-
for the like
It is actually not a campground, Michael. It's a Hubbard Lake Lions Park. There's 2 ball diamonds, a huge pavilion where we're going to have the music taking place on the stage in there. There's a tennis court where we'll have canna court. And then alongside of that, there's going to be vending galore. We hope to have a lot of vendors. So please visit the website, canapaloosa.com. We're looking for anybody, artist-wise. We have room for no more music artists, but we do have lots of room for anybody that wants to vend, either in the canna court or in regular vending. And we're looking for, we have glass blowers, I must mention. We got 3 glass blowers going to be on site, blowing glass and selling some merch.
John, can you use marijuana at this event?
Oh, please do.
You must.
Please do.
It's mandatory.
That's how we know who the feds are.
This is a family-friendly event. You're welcome to bring your children. 12 and under will be admitted free if they are accompanied by their parent or legal guardian.
There is a children's
Kids can't
park.
come alone.
There is a children's park there, a little playground area for them. As I mentioned, there's 2 ball diamonds, which will be for overflow tent camping. We have a lot of area for RVs, motorhomes, and tents. And then, as I mentioned, we have a lot of room for vendors.
Did you say that the 3 nights or the 2 nights and the full day
Yes.
is filled up right at the musicians?
Filled up. Friday night and Saturday, we have music starting at 4:20 Friday, and it'll run till 2 a.m. plus maybe. And then Saturday morning we'll start with some music. I believe it's 11:30, and then that will run through the day until 2 a.m. The last band is scheduled for midnight to 2 a.m. With a DJ following for a couple hours. Sunday's a big educational day. We've got some educational speakers, including Jamie Cooper, Amy Carter, and
Toohey.
Michael Toohey.
If anybody would like to speak, please get a hold of us.
If anyone would like to speak, please contact them.
I have Brad Callio from, I believe it's Michigan Hemp Solutions.
Oh, I've met him before.
He will
He
be
has
there.
some pretty amazing things and ideas. And
Yes, he
all
does.
that
I
kind
spoke with him a couple times on the phone, and I'm very eager to meet him.
yeah, really cool guy.
He is going to be there speaking on hemp products and also renewable energy.
Michael, you'd love this guy.
We really would.
And I want to mention that my presenting sponsor, whom I love much and thank, Michael Camoran, will be there to speak.
We'll figure a topic when we get
What
there.
what are you going to speak about, Michael?
Who knows
So
what the
many
topic's
things.
going to be then? Who knows? It could be.
It could be anything.
Could crop up.
Whatever the
Yeah.
emergency
August
du
election.
jour happens to be,
Could
because
be
we
anything.
certainly have one every single week this week.
There may even be federal hemp regulations by then. Who knows?
We've also got our barbecue or cook-off through Esteban's Divine
Oh, yeah, Esteban's.
Organic Honey.
Esteban.
Michael will be the
The vegan judge.
checking the vegan
Yeah,
judge.
That's
he's
right,
the
for
vegan
sure.
judge.
Hold
Vegan
on.
barbecue.
Vegan
We'll have
barbecue.
Well,
a-
it won't all
more
be
about
vegan.
that
Just-
soon.
Asparagus.
there will
I
not
can
all
I
be
can be the
vegan.
Vegan
vegan.
does not
I can be the vegan
discriminate.
judge at the barbecue. That'll
accept
work.
Mine will
vegetable
not be
barbecue.
vegan.
Listen, what's the
Nothing
music
like
theme? Is it all kinds? Because
barbecue
that's a.
vegetables.
Yeah, we've got various types of music from local folk bands. Les Older and the Ganja Gang are
Yeah.
going to be
Love
there.
Big
Love
name.
Les. Good
That's,
job.
they're pretty rocking band. One of my personal favorites.
Kind of
anyways.
the anchor every.
We got
every
the
time.
Rupel Brothers on Friday. Just some really, really good bands.
Last year, did most of the people come and stay all 3 days, or was it kind of?
There's only one.
There's only one.
Last
day.
year was only a
Michael.
one
Okay.
day event.
Oh,
Now it's
Michael.
exploded.
Yep. Hey,
It's
doing
gonna be
doing
great.
comedians
I can
again?
already tell.
Comedians were fun.
I don't know. No, we do not have any comedians.
I'm gonna
scheduled
try. That's,
for
I'm gonna
this
try
year.
to bring some.
I
Comedy.
think Rick
Some
should do
stand-up
some
when I get there.
stand-up.
Just kidding.
There'll
I should
be
like
a lot of funny
work on it, not to
activity
that.
going.
Was I not funny last year?
He did well. He did very well.
I meant to before we got into that. I want to give a
We've
couple
been
shout
running
outs.
for RMC for 3 years, I believe.
Shout out,
Shout out as we switch over to Charles over here. We want to talk about the Monroe Street Fair a little bit.
Charles.
But let me before I got to shout out to my dear friend Dewey,
Dewey.
because if you don't know this, everybody needs a Dewey.
We love
And
Dewey.
despite all the
Why isn't Dewey
stress
here?
and chaos right now,
Let's do it.
he puts up with me, and I want to thank him for that. He got me there almost on time, which has created a lot of stress. But Dewey, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow at I don't know what he decided. And of course, my other stepping up to the plate like a master. He better be listening tonight, because I'm only doing this because he should be listening. But my friend Alan Peisner has been very extra supportive for many legal necessities and a skilled representation, and I want to thank him for that. I'm not inviting you to call in and do your legal update. We don't need any of that right now. Just kidding.
No
But,
trumpets. No
No
trumpets.
trumpets, but call in if you want to, because I know, as we discussed yesterday, he's a friend of Charles. You guys are fans of Jack Herrera, and the list just goes on. So, Alan, thank you, and Dewey, thank you. But Charles, let's get to the Monroe Street Fair. The one thing that I think everybody wants to know is, what is the origin story here?
Yep. Hi, Michael. Thanks for having me on. Hi, everybody. The origin, this is in 2002, and the city administrator, well, there were complaints to the city from the Downtown Business Authority, complaints to the city that there's just so many people and their longtime customers can't get in to the stores, and they're complaining. There's nowhere to park. There's so many people in the streets. So I decided found there was a need for something, an event there in Ann Arbor, because they were because the businesses in the city were complaining to the city about the hash bash and all the people. The city administrator drew a line around the diag, basically eliminating any kind of vending or peddling within the diag and a perimeter around there. Well, Monroe Street Fair hugs right up against that line. It's the closest to the diag possible around this line. And we started the festival back in 2002 when I was informed there's this block party that always gets busted at Dominic's. A block party has a different kind of permit than the Monroe Street Fair. We have a special events permit. It's basically the same permit as the art fair or the blues festival. And the big difference between that and a block party is the exemption for the sound. For the block party, basically yelling is too loud. It's if somebody can hear it over the property line, that's too loud. but with the Monroe Street Fair, we're completely sound exempt. So
And you're loud as fuck.
yeah, we're gonna try and let everybody on the diag hear it this year. We're upgrading the sound huge, and I have big news we just heard about today. Is the university approved us to expand up to Pan toward the diag. We're